two-part question. The first is, why did you choose to implement My Foundations Lab? And then I'll ask you, how do you do it? So can you sort of tell me why you chose to implement My Foundations Lab and sort of a little bit about your program?
Good question. We investigated a number of service delivery models after going out to the community colleges and seeing how their developmental ed classes are conducted. And we liked the idea of a computer technology component. And we inquired, and the community colleges were already using Pearson products, the forerunners of My Foundation, the individual math and reading labs. And we called Pearson, and Becky on your staff thought that My Foundations Lab would be perfect, and we went with her suggestion.
Cool. Can you just say your name, where you're from, and tell me more about your program?
Thank you. I forgot.
Oh,
Name and
it's okay.
affiliation.
Yeah.
Sure. Fred Silberman. I'm the program facilitator for Meriden Adult Education, which is part of the Meriden Board of Education, Meriden, Connecticut, which is in central Connecticut, and we're an urban priority school district.
Can you tell me about your partnership with the community college and sort of what you're doing with My Foundations Lab?
Middlesex Community College is our collaborating partner, and they have a campus right near our facilities in Meriden, a satellite, and we have a wonderful relationship with the Meriden Center of Middlesex Community College. And the terms of the grant under which we're operating specified that this will be a collaboration between a local Board of Ed and the community college partner. That's how we're all pulled in together.
Okay, so we'll talk about how do you implement My Foundations Lab? How is it working?
We came up with a model. 2 nights a week, our students attend Platt High School, which is a Board of Ed building, and they work with professors from Middlesex Community College and tutors and a counselor to improve their reading, writing, and math skills. And on Wednesday night, they attend a class we call Freshman Seminar for credit at the Meriden Center of Community College, of Middlesex Community College. And so our students are busy 3 nights a week. They are dually enrolled. They're enrolled in Meriden Adult Education, and they're also enrolled in Middlesex Community College.
Can you talk about why they're in this program? How that they didn't pass the AccuPlacer? Or...
These students, at one point or another, these are all students with a high school diploma. These students took the AccuPlacer examination, most likely at Middlesex Community College, and earned scores which were below the established cut scores based on the community college system statewide.
Okay, and so that's why they are doing this program. So, and how on camera, how long does it take students to get through this program?
Within the scope of one semester, one traditional semester, students who commit fully to improvement experience a good amount of success. They are usually able, in most cases, to retake the AccuPlacer and reach or exceed the cut scores. And that would knock out anywhere from 1 up to 6 developmental ed classes that they would have to pay for and possibly use Pell Grant money for.
That's great, because I was going to ask how has it made an impact, and so it's all about them skipping developmental classes.
It's about increasing their readiness for college to take credit-bearing classes as soon as they start, and it increases their likelihood to succeed once they get to college.
Awesome. What would you say the advantages of using My Foundations Lab are for instructors, administrators?
I think it allows students to progress at the level they are most comfortable with. It allows a student to control their learning activity. It allows them to have more opportunity if needed in a certain sub-skill area. By virtue of the grade book, the instructors can monitor progress, intervene as necessary, and serve as a support and an inspiration to the students. We find it works very, very well.
Great. Yeah, what I was going to say, what kind of results have you been getting or seeing since implementing My Foundations Lab?
On average, 68% of our students accomplish everything we want them to in one semester.
That's great. Do you have any specific, like a specific student success story?
I would like to share one. The very first semester we ran this, we had a student come to us who was facing a midlife career change. And the replacement career he was looking into did require more math credits than he had accumulated much earlier. And so many years out of school, what math he had under his belt kind of disappeared. So he needed to start all over again, and he worked very, very hard. He only needed math. He was okay in the language arts. And we enrolled him in My Foundations, and he worked and worked and worked. And when it came time to administer the Accuplacer post-test, his score was so high that not only did he qualify for the first non-credit course at the community college, but he was able to bypass that and go directly into algebra.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So did he, I don't know, do you know how he's doing now? Or
He came back to visit us, and he's doing very well, and obviously he was pleased with what we gave him and what the program gave him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Those are my questions. Was there anything else you wanted to mention, or?
I think we covered everything,
Yeah.
Sarah. I'm looking forward to how My Foundations Lab will dovetail with the new Common Core standards.
What are the Common Core standards?
All the states have to comply with this, and there are a whole set of expectations that are going to be put before educators K-12. And obviously as an adult ed provider, I have to be mindful of those as well. These look at much more rigorous skill development for our students in math and the language arts.